Aloha from Kilipohe, Ke County Lahua, Halipoha Ku. Well, had a little upset yesterday. Oli was driving to town to do some errands, and she stopped at a stop sign, and the guy behind her didn't stop. And Pepe took a smasharoo. Bummer. It doesn't look too severe. You know, basically, this car is not worth that much to begin with, so it's pretty much totaled from that amount of damage. But I think this part is plastic, so it can be heated up and pushed out and painted over a little bit. This light is available, it's $80. This little dent, probably just push that out. And we'll get them back into some sort of shape. The people that did it apparently didn't have insurance, so they're gonna just pay me for it. So I gotta do all the work, like I don't have enough to do. Anyway, here we are at the hale. We have the framing for the front lanai in place. That beam, that's a 4x12 16-foot long beam up there on top, and you can believe that was a lot of fun to put in. We have an alternative method for the other ones, but that's how big the front deck is going to be. It's even more obvious now. And we have top plates on. I'll take you upstairs and show you. The deck is not draining very well, though. This is a problem. I have to get up here, and there's little holes in this that's supposed to let water flow through, and they're getting plugged up. So I've got to get up there and unplug them. The framing for the back deck is started. We have the little walls in place and some temporary platforms screwed down, so we have a place to put ladders. All of the walls in the house have been plumbed except for the long side walls. Those are got a drawstring on those, but all the interior walls are in, and they have the double plates on. This wall is not in. I said all the walls. This wall is not in because there's two pocket doors. One goes this way and one goes this way, and we're not really sure the requirements for them, so we're not going to do anything with that just yet. And so this is the master bath here. It's rather large. You can see this is all going to be one big shower here, and then this is the vanity will be over here, and the water closet will be over here underneath this big window. The master bedroom right here, as before. One little change we're going to make is in the guest room. I emailed the designer on it, but he hasn't gotten back to me yet. And that is to take this window, and instead of making it's a 4 foot this way and 3 feet this way, we're going to make it 4 feet this way. So the sill is down here, because right now you can only see out this window if you're standing up. And it would be nicer for Howley if in her office area if she could see when she was sitting down. We talked about doing this window and this window as well, but the problem with doing that is, you know, we're supposed to be able to put a bed here, and that puts the sill easily behind the headboard of the bed, or at least at head height when you're laying in bed, which is that's how the cabin is. The cabin has 4x4 windows. That one there is 4x4. And as a result, the you know, you're laying in bed and your head's up against the glass, or if you had a headboard, it would just push against the headboard. So, got our back deck here. The county provides drawings for these walls, very specific drawings, because they require very specific bracing on these walls. And basically what they're drawing is two 2x4s here and two 2x4s here, and that's it. So we actually have 1, 2, and then on this side we have a full-size channel here. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6 more boards in there than they have. So we're hoping that's going to be a little bit more sturdy than just the the little piece of junk that they have. But so the method for hauling the beams up, worked with Derek and Cheryl and got a block and tackle, and of course since I came off a sailboat I had a little block and tackle as well. And instead of having to manually lift that beam up onto the top of that post here and over there, we're just gonna attach it onto the block and tackle and pulley it up. This one we should be able to do this beam with. This is 10 feet long, so it's going to be a challenge as well. But we're going to just lift that end. It's not so hard to do just one end. We take a 2x4 block and screw it on about that high, and then you lift it on there and set the beam on top of it and put a clamp on it so it doesn't go anywhere. Then you get up on the floor and lift it up to another block that's a little higher, and then you get on the ladder and you lift it up to another block or you lift it up into position. So we'll get it up there. Not much else to report. We have these little beam pockets in the walls. I think I might have reported on that before. So we notched the top of the beam so it comes in underneath that 2x4, and then you can screw into the top of the beam and then put screws in that way and screws in that way, and it gets really, really secure. And then the top plate for it runs from here all the way out to the end, so it'll be should be well secured. And this is one of the beams here. Well, these are the two side beams. You can see they're just massive, big pieces of lumber. So this is one of the 16 footers here, and then the other one 16 footers underneath the cover. And then this 4x6 and those 4x8s, those are going back. We don't need those. And then we're thinking we got exactly enough. There's only 4 now. I don't know. Yeah, we don't have enough. I have to get some more 2x4s because we use the 2x4s. This is a 20-foot 2x4 that we use to brace that wall so it stays plumb while we're doing this. And these are all studs. I think I talked about in our previous video how many extra studs they sent us. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 studs just in this area. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 studs just sitting here, you know, being braces for nothing, and they're not going to be good for much when they're done. I don't know that I want to have to take them back after they've been full of screw holes. Anyway, that's the report from Kilipohe. Aloha.